It is really mild because of the wind, the breezy conditions keeping temperatures up from yesterday. Yesterday, we started off in the upper 50s. Right now, we're at 70 degrees. But look at the winds going strong. East winds at 26 miles an hour, gusting to 35 miles an hour. So maybe add a little extra hairspray to the hair, something like that. But it's not going to be a damaging wind this morning. Now, as we go through the afternoon, temperatures will climb. Won't be quite as hot, upper 80s for highs today. There is a slight chance for stray thunderstorm to develop here in Albuquerque. And then we're watching for the potential for severe weather out across the east, and we've already seen some of that, still tracking a few strong storms out across eastern New Mexico. We'll take a closer look at that, and we'll talk about that severe weather threat coming up.
All right, Kristen, thank you. Going back to our fire threat this morning, crews are making some progress on the Little Bear fire, as we mentioned. It is now 30% contained this morning, and to help firefighters get the upper hand, there's a good chance they'll call in the big guns this morning. This massive air tanker from Arizona. Right now, crews are continuing to keep a close eye on the southwest side of the fire near Ski Apache. Firefighters are digging lines by hand in the steep terrain. They're trying to secure a critical area which is east of Eagle Lakes and west of Ski Apache. Emergency management teams are out assessing the damage to try and get a better idea of just how many homes have been destroyed. That could take several days, however. 3 community meetings are scheduled to keep residents in the loop about what's happening. One is at Ruidoso High School at 4:30 and 7 p.m. Another at the fairgrounds in Capitan at 7. And at the Inn of the Mountain Gods, that meeting starts at 6 tonight.
A lot of what the firefighters do today is based on what goes on with the weather, Kristen, and what is going to happen with it. Is it going to be windy down there?
It's not going to be too windy down there. Yesterday afternoon, we saw the winds kick up here, and a lot of other places across the state saw the wind, but down toward Ruidoso, the winds were manageable, I think, from the firefighter standpoint. And, the good news is they actually got a little more moisture to work with. So here's a look at the current wind speeds, and while it's really breezy here, down in Ruidoso, we're looking at mainly light winds, 5-mile-an-hour winds there. Now, they will go up a little bit as we go through the day, but again, the good news is they have a little more moisture to work with. If you remember yesterday, relative humidity 20%, so it was really dry, but we're up to 67% right now. So it is helping things out. That should help things out anyway. As we go into the afternoon, of course, the relative humidity will drop a bit as temperatures warm up. We'll be looking at highs in the low 80s there, southeast winds 10 to 20, 25-mile-an-hour gusts. And the only potential problem we're going to have to watch for is thunderstorm activity. While far east or east of Ruidoso, there is plenty of moisture to work with. There's just not a whole lot of moisture to work with here, so if any storms get developing, we wouldn't get the wetting rain. We'd more likely just get the dry lightning and then stronger winds and the gusty winds. So certainly something that they couldn't use, but right now looks like better rain chances will be east of that area. So we'll keep our fingers crossed for that. Relative humidity today, right around 20 to 30%. Again, we're tracking more storms across eastern New Mexico. That severe weather threat too. I'll have the details coming up next.
And make sure you stay with News 13 for continuing coverage of the Little Bear and other wildfires burning across New Mexico. And remember, you can always get the latest on our website anytime you'd like. Just click on krqe.com.
News 13 exposes city employees working a side job on city time. And now the mayor's office is taking action. Details in your News Blitz.
Mayor R.J. Berry wants things to run a little differently in the Office of Administrative Hearing. This after a Larry Barker investigation. Details on that in a moment.
Well, it was pretty upsetting because I was in a hospital and I should have been able to trust the people around me.
Patients at Loveless Hospital say their stuff was stolen, including their IDs and credit cards. And they suspect it was at the hands of a hospital employee. Hear from one of the victims in 2 minutes. 3 minutes away, cops fight back after a string of tire thefts in the Duke City. And a little later, a soldier from right here in New Mexico gets a very special honor. David Romero shows you why he's being recognized as a standout soldier.